Alright, this is a walkthrough of activity 9-5, configuring group policy object user desktop settings. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of how we can control the user experience, user rights, what they're allowed and not allowed to do, see and not see, using policies. So looking at our OU for marketing, we're going to be making some specific tweaks to the marketing OU's GPO, which, if you recall, was called marketing policy. You should be familiar with this, the group policy object editor. What I've also done is I have a particular user that the exercise is talking about, Moira Cohen, already logged in to a Windows XP machine, and we're going to be making 3 edits to the policy. Now, notice here she can access the run command. We're going to turn that run command off. She can see the recycle bin. We're going to turn that off in the desktop, so that'll disappear. And she can currently get into the control panel, and we're going to remove her access for that. So we're taking away her right to see it. So we're making 2 edits to the environment, and we're taking away the right to make changes using the control panel. So going back to our Server 2003 domain controller, we want to we've already opened it up, and for the marketing policy we're going to come down here to administrative templates, and first thing we want to do is we want to remove the run command from the start menu. Say enable, that's going to turn that off. Okay, and we verify it's enabled, so run command will disappear. Next thing we're going to do is here under desktop, we want to remove the recycle bin. This doesn't disable recycle bin, it just removes it. So the user can still get to it. Here we could also, edit, them being able to get access property of the recycle bin, things like that, and we could tailor that further. And so in our control panel, we're going to prohibit access, or we're taking away her right to actually use it. So we'll enable that, and we just verify it is enabled. And if you recall, explain what this does, disables all control panel programs. So this user, when logged in on any machine in the domain, will not be allowed to access the control panel. So that right is taken away. We'll say OK, and we'll switch back. Now notice that we still see the recycle bin. We still see run, and the user can still get into control panel. That's because normally the machine has to be rebooted, or the user has to log in. After a certain period of time, usually within 20 minutes, the policy is duplicated and is active. But we're going to go ahead and do a group policy update force command, argument force. This is discussed a little bit later in the chapter. This is why you would run this. You don't want to wait the time period. You're going to go ahead and just run the policy. I'm going to go ahead and log off. And I'm going to log back in as Moira Cohen. And as you notice, the policy on this machine, which is not the server, it's another machine that's connected to the server, our XP machine, recycle bin is gone. And the run command is gone. And if we try to get into, well, I guess we've turned it off completely. But we can, so we didn't just turn it off, we completely turned it off. So we've actually just turned it off completely. The user's not even viewing it anymore. But this gives you an example of how you can then tailor the user's environment. This concludes our walkthrough of activity 9-5, configuring group policy objects to change the user desktop settings. And again, just remember, the 2 things are just to make objects disappear. The user can still get into recycle bin. In fact, if we go into Windows Explorer, if we can find it, we would, we pretty much removed it, but if you can still browse to recycle bin using under the C: under the root. You can still get into these things, but she will not be able to get into control panel. Even if we could browse to it, get to that applet, the CPL applet running, she will not be able to do it. This concludes